It being a jerk.
Yes, it is.
Fuddy duddy.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that got it.
Yeah.
What would you rather encounter? A shark that has the face of a ogre face spider, or an ogre face spider that has the mouth of a shark?
I'm gonna jump up.
That's probably a good idea.
では前に出ます。
That was not going anywhere good. Okay. Got a Steam Deck and having a blast? Nice. Okay, chat. What did I mean by that? You know what I meant by that. Let me get the tweet out now. I spent all of that time trying to fix YouTube. Okay, where was yesterday's artwork? We're back? Yeah, there you go. Sorry about that. YouTube was extraordinary. One of the mods type art for me, or anyone in chat actually. It doesn't even have to be a mod. Thank you, Age. Yeah, I just needed last stream sauce because I can't seem to find what I did with it. Okay, the tweet is live. Chat, do me the favor, go give it some love. In the meantime, I got the sauce for you guys already prepped. We get this plugged in and we'll be ready to go. Sorry for the late start. It's been one of those days. Okay. It started storming here? Oh no. I won't be surprised if we get rain later on. It's been hella hot here. It was like 93 feels like 104. Okay. Where were we? What's up, HF? Yin, thank you for the follow as well. And I think we're good. Hold on. Let me not open my fat mouth too soon. There we go. Okay. You can take my breath away. Okay. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to serenade chat there. Hello, everybody. Here is today's artwork. Do me the favor, go give that some love as well. And again, hope everybody had a good weekend. I'm sorry for not streaming yesterday. That was my intent, but I've been taking antibiotics for, again, just to reiterate, like, I had to get a root canal on my front bottom tooth, and it basically, Like no real fault of my own. It's nothing I did. It has nothing to do with like my brushing habits or anything. It's just a tooth from back when I had braces. But I've been having to take antibiotics for that because I have like an abscess underneath that tooth that's causing it to die, just due to kind of the way the tooth has been pushed and impacted over the years. And so they were like, "Oh, okay, it's an abscess. We need to get him on antibiotics." And the guy told me, he's like, "Okay, like the one side effect is they always say like take it with a like meal because apparently it can make people have like stomach aches and stuff." So I had basically been doing that, and yet still like Sunday it started really messing with me about right before stream was about to begin, and I started having these intense stomach pains. And I basically had diarrhea all throughout the day and into today as well. So it was not good, but it was what it was. Actually, let me check something fast. Yeah, something tells me I need to call my air conditioning dudes because it's 75 in here, which is just, especially in this room. I'm sure it's even hotter because of all the lights I have on me. AC still working. It's just, it is very, very hot in here. But yeah, like I was saying, it's just one of those things. Nothing I could do to avoid it. So I'm sorry for that. I meant to cover the stream with you guys. I did see at least one person came in yesterday, was confused because they were like, "Where's Cad? Why is he not live?" I was like, "Oh shit." But it is what it is, right? In the meantime, I told you guys I've finished that return, so I'm technically a free man now. I already like today at work was really chill. I actually like basically kind of got some cleaning stuff done. Basically ended up kind of doing a little bit of like small work that I needed to accomplish. And then also I ended up like kind of like writing down a little bit of a like list for myself of like, hey, these are the things like that I can think of right now just off the top of my head that I like need to deal with. So I've given myself a list of like things to do, including stuff for stream. So definitely going to be looking forward to like getting that sort of stuff under control. The motherfuckers were allegedly spoiling OC4 on yesterday's stream. I mean, listen, I'm just gonna say this. Some of the JP players are just the fucking worst. Like, not every JP player, right? But like, some of them are just the fucking worst. I'm sorry. Like, it's the truth of the matter. I firmly believe that's where a lot of the rot in the Fate community at this point exists. Don't get me wrong. Like, Fate community is just like any other community. There's always some bad apples, but that's a issue that will just perpetually exist as long as there's a 2-year gap, and some people just choose to be butts about it. So really hope they don't do that, but it is what it is. That particular side effect, yeah. But no, my night's going pretty good. I have also been advised to spend my AP a little bit before we start Ordeal call. So I'm going to at least run in once here. We'll go do JP, and then we'll come back, and depending on how my AP is for this, I may or may not do it again. I thought we were the worst NA player that plays JP. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's like English speakers that play JP, and they just want to like go in and spoil stuff. It's just, that's a problem, right? I love having clairvoyance. I love being able to like use it to great effect and everything. But to me personally, like that clairvoyance is more to help you as a master and stuff. It's not meant to like mess with people and like use it to like, basically end up spoiling people and ruining their experience. I feel like some of these people, they're the epitome of somebody that like they couldn't handle it if that shit happened to them. Like, they'll run around, they'll go in and they'll be like, hey, I'm gonna go spoil people in this stream. But then if day one of a JP release, they got spoiled before they could complete it, they would lose their fucking mind. So it is what it is. Will you be getting coverage of the upcoming Tower event next week? Yep, probably. It's definitely a thing. Had to stop themselves before they started talking about future content. Yeah, I mean, all of that was like pre-recorded. Which I actually like, I was watching on the side myself and I was like, man, I'm like, it is such a like world of difference to see the difference between the NA Aniplex stream and the JP Aniplex stream, where like you can easily see that in Japan, when it's filmed there, they're in a much nicer, more outfitted studio. Everything, the set just looks good and high quality. On NA, when they do a live stream, you can absolutely tell that it is not a studio. It is just a corner of the office space that they rent in the building that they're probably in. Like, because I think that's all it is. Aniplex of America just probably rents the corner of a building, not like, oh, hey, we have this actual like robust facility. So I think it is what it is. But that's where it's like, oh man, I'd 10 times rather see them, do stuff on the JP side more often. Wombat, thank you for the 11. Appreciate it. Yeah, can we get some love? Break room with stuff moved around? Yeah. They're a small indie company, don't bully them. I don't blame like the NA staff for that. They're dealing with the conditions that they're dealt. It's just like, I wish Aniplex would understand just how fucking shit they are at like publicity and advertising this game. They don't understand that when someone goes to watch a like global stream for say like Honkai or Wuthering Waves or something like that, like that stream is going to just be way more quality than theirs. And I'm going to be honest with you, those fans to a degree don't care. Like if the stuff that they get in the actual like release that they're doing in the stream is good, they'll like it. If it's not, they'll hate it. It's a like level of quality that's kind of expected as like a bare minimum, right? The issue at play is, while they won't give two shits about the quality of their stream because it already is of a decent quality, if they were to ever watch an FGO stream, they would laugh at it. They would be like, what the fuck is this? Your game makes millions of dollars and you're streaming off of like a card table in a break room? Like, what is this shit? So like, it is just one of those things, like it basically just represents extremely poorly. I don't have issue with it. It's just like, I think that's an entirely like Aniplex funding issue. Until Aniplex's entire upper management are replaced by people 20 to 30 years younger, shit won't change. I'm going to be honest with you. I think even if they replace it with 20 to 30 years younger, that's not going to change, because I don't think it's an age issue in this case. I think it's purely a strategy issue, and like the fact that they don't want to devote funds to the American branch. Like, even if they change leadership, I don't think that'll change. I think that's just they are trying to get the bare minimum that they can out of the English branch. I'm testing the waters, rolling for NP7 Babylon Sith. That sounds terrible. Don't do that. Buildings are expensive as well, especially in California, so the space is probably limited. You're not wrong, JC, and my counter is stop living in California. Stop putting your business in California. You don't want expensive? Don't go to California. It's like going to New York and complaining that it's expensive. It's the same damn problem. It's like, oh man. It's like if you're gonna try to like nickel and dime things, going to California was immediately the wrong choice. But yeah, I understand. It's also like centrally located. There's a lot of reasons for them to be in California. It just like, man, looking at it from like every possible angle, it feels like they chose the worst possible outcome for it. They don't really care about us at NA. I think the devs care about us. I think that's why you get the dev diary with like Mr. 2. I think the devs actually like do care about the health of the game and stuff. I think it's just Aniplex that's just like, to them it is all profit margin and they don't give two shits otherwise. Have anything half cost? Nope. Sorry, I'm just checking here, chat. Got 2 more days of half cost Embers, of which, frankly, I don't care at this point on JP. I have so much crap to do. So we're just going to try to complete my free quests here. Whoops. Oh my god, game. I don't know why that one's so hard for me. How much Japanese is so good? I mean, like, I don't know myself, right? Because I don't speak a lick of Japanese. But I can at least say that, like, it seems like he's reasonably competent at it. Devs care while corpos count, pretty much. Jazz, they give it the follow. I think that's sadly just like the state of affairs for the game in general. Like, and to a degree, that's just how like it is across all of gaming. I think devs are not your enemy as much as people want to say that is. So like, I'll give you guys an example, right? Let's say, hold on. Trying to like fix my headset so I'm not constantly in my own head because of the noise cancellation. So I think like let's take Bethesda for instance, right? A lot of people want to get upset at Bethesda and they want to say like, oh, their games are buggy. They're a buggy mess. Like, why don't the devs fix it? And the answer is, of course the devs want to fix it, but the devs are busy. The devs have to develop their game. It's not that the devs don't care. It's that they fired all the Q&A people. It's that these companies have no more budget for Q&A. So the amount of like work that devs have to do, it's like, oh, you want to fix bugs? Do that on your own time at that point. Like, a little bit, that's going to be the issue. And it's not like they fired everybody. It's just that they're like, the bigger the game you make, in theory, the more QA you need, right? Like, and so you have Bethesda making these like insane scale games at this point, but then you have probably still like the QA department probably hasn't grown that much in retrospect. So it's a problem. Did CAD make a stream yesterday or early today? No. Nope. Today is the first day. I don't know why I did that. There. But yeah, it's an issue. Game bugs like duplication add to the charm of the game. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's easy internet points, I think, to like make fun of Bethesda games for their bugginess. Meanwhile, I think it's fine. Like there's no real issue with it at the end of the day. I think it just kind of boils down to this is just how some people are. Some people want to hate on stuff. Some people don't. Like, I don't want to hate on the devs. I think the devs are doing a good job for FGO. I think they are just skeleton crew is the issue. Like, they don't want to hire more people. Like, do you guys remember when we used to hear about like Ono and wanting to hire more people? Maybe they have, right? Like, maybe that's why we haven't heard it. But it still feels like if that's the case, that the bottleneck then is just moving elsewhere. Like there's some other issue with it, because across all this time, we haven't really seen game pace speed up. So it tells me that like somewhere, somehow there's some sort of problem. They pass QA to players. If the game still sells, it gets patched. If not, the studio goes under and they get tax write-offs. Yeah, I do think, sadly, that is their strategy nowadays. And it's funny, right? Because what does that do if you think about it? It's like, oh yeah, that's such a glitch in the Matrix. They can just sit there and they can absolutely like farm the crap out of it that way. But the problem is what they're tanking their reputation. And I'm going to give you guys an example of this because I think this is the truth. How many of you guys have played the new Doom game? I have. Hi, Darty. I've already talked with Darty about this, so he knows probably what I'm going to say. There's a new Doom game. Yep. I'm waiting. Nope. Music doesn't hit hard. Yep. Okay. Allow me, chat. All of you are liars. You're not all liars. That Doom game is not doing too well. And if you think about it, it's like the Doom 2016 reboot was beloved. Everyone loved it. Then you had Doom Eternal, which I think no matter what your stance on Doom Eternal is, whether or not you liked it or hated it, I think most people would agree that it's pretty like polarizing as a game, right? Some people really did like it. Some people really didn't. So it is what it is. Now here comes Doom the Dark Ages. So you have Doom being taken to a new setting. I think that adds some churn to the mix, right? It's not like inherently bad. It's just some people are going to like the new setting, some people aren't. They're just not going to be interested in it for whatever reason, right? Again, they got rid of was it Mick Gordon, the composer, due to like internal issues. And from everything I've heard, it's a little bit, it seems like there's assery on both sides. I've seen a lot of people that just want to white knight Mick Gordon, but it seems like Mick Gordon has done some shit that he probably shouldn't have done. So I do think Bethesda was in the wrong, but I do think both of them were like probably up to no good to some degree. So it's like that's another issue where it's like now you've had to bring in a new crew to do it. And I don't think that new crew did a bad job. I heard the music for Doom, at least clips of it. It sounds fine, but the big like controversy that I've heard about it that people have said is that like it doesn't have the same like super memorable tracks that the old ones did. So that's the issue that kind of brings. And again, the Doom games are somewhat short. So allow me to spell this out for you guys, chat. You have issues with the predecessor. You have issues with the music. You have issues with the setting. And you have issues with how should I put this? Let's just call it the length, right? So you have all these issues. And none of it matters. And you know why none of it matters? Because I can kind of lump this into one thing, and that's just that they're concerns, okay? But the truth of the matter to me is that there are two major factors here. Number one, it is a $70 game. Number two, it is a game that just does not have a lot of replayability. So people know it's going to be around. People know that they're going to get like anywhere from 12 to, I don't know, 20, 30 hours out of it, right? And what that does, chat, this results in, if this game is not the best game ever, people are just going to sit on it. They're just going to wait. And it's hilarious because I saw one or two of you in chat said that. Like, oh, I'm waiting. Yep. Yep. That's it. That's it right there. People don't get it. This is what's driving all of the issues in video gaming. No matter what, players are just going to take this approach. They're just going to wait you out now. They have a backlog of games from Steam sales. They literally have all these old games that are designed better and aren't just cash grabs. And they're just going to wait. They're going to wait until the price of your game just comes down. And in that time, if they decide that they don't care about your game, if they decide that it's just not worth their time, so be it. It's that simple. What do they care? Like, yeah, they miss out on your stuff, but they don't mind. And I think that's true of a lot of games. I don't think that's unique to Doom, but I do think that is one of the reasons why Doom is not doing so hot. It's like they were expecting huge splash sales, but it just is what it is. It doesn't mean that the game is bad either, right? Like, for those of you guys that are playing it and like it, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm saying it's a bad mix. It's a bad, like, hint of things to come. Higher price must mean higher quality than cheaper games. If it isn't, then it feels like a scam to the buyer. Yep. Story of the entire industry at the moment. Yeah. And right now you have people that are still feeling the hit of inflation. Oh my God. What is my spelling? It's morphing. You still have people that are feeling the effect of inflation. And you still have people that are recently remembering the $80 hike from Nintendo. So people are incredibly price conscious and people are incredibly not having the money to spend. This is a really bad recipe for the video game industry right now. And yet, in spite of that, you see games that are selling really well. So why is it that they're selling well? Because they're an actual good value. They're good bang for their buck. And that's really all it is. Hold on, chat. No, actually. Ah. Ah. Sorry about that. I don't know how to describe that other than, like, I had something kind of caught right in the nasal passage, like right where, like, kind of your throat becomes your mouth or becomes your nasal passage, and it was like right there on the edge, and I couldn't get it to decide which way to go, so I kind of had to, like, force it. I just didn't want chat to have to deal with that, so it is what it is. I did buy Paper Mario for that reason. Yeah, that's really all it is. Man gets a root canal and goes straight back to streaming. Honestly, the root canal is not that big of a deal. The root canal procedure was, like, really, like, good for me. Wait, how did I get that back again? Or did I not trigger that on turn 1? Oh, either way. Hey, 108, how's it going? Oh, by the way, chat, I should probably mention, on my list of things to do is to go through my friends list again. It's been like a year since I've done that, so I'm going to be doing it again. I know I'm going to catch some people slacking, so I am probably going to have a lot of churn on the friends list. Those of you guys that have been long-time subs, stand to get in. If you have not, it is what it is. Gotta remember, it also released right after Oblivion and Expedition 33, so people would probably choose one of those two over it. Yeah, and that's the point I was kind of making, is that, like, oh, you've got games that are performing well, and if you look, there is a absolute, like, relationship in quality and price. The more quality there is, the lower the price there is, the more the game sells. The less quality there is, the more the game's price, the less it sells. And it's that simple. It's really that simple. Now, what determines quality is way more up in the air, but what determines price is very easy. When you price things at a price point the consumer does not like or want, you have basically... And this is unfortunate, because I don't think it should be this way, but it just kind of is the way that it is. But you have basically an idiot tax. And I don't mean to say, like, everybody that bought Doom is an idiot. But I feel sad for the people that just ran out and bought Doom, thinking it's like, oh my god, it's going to be the best game ever. And you paid that, like, $70 price tag. And meanwhile, the patient people are going to pick this game up at, like, $20. Maybe less. Right? So it's like the people that played it right away get to play it right away, but that is a huge premium over the people that are going to be like, no, I'll just wait. I'll just pay it when I want. And unfortunately, the game industry is really hoping for more people like this, but the current situation is making more people like this. Price can kill the hype for a game. Yep. Well, it's like I said, I'm sorry, but for better or worse, chat, I have bought every single Nintendo console. Sorry, I have owned every single Nintendo console with 3 exceptions. I have never had a Super Nintendo, because I had an original Nintendo and then jumped right to the N64. I have never had a 3DS. That one's apparently the biggest sin. And I have never had a Wii U. Otherwise, I've purchased every single one. And I've enjoyed the Nintendo stuff. I really have. This is the first one that I easily, like... Because, like, again, Super Nintendo, 3DS, these were more things back when I was, like, a kid, right? Wii U was a bad, like, marketing ploy. The Switch 2... is the first one that I'm just willfully abstaining, that I think, like, oh, that's gonna be a good console that has a lot of value. I'm just willfully abstaining because I don't need it and I don't like the pricing of it. It's that simple. It's like, I'm just going, nope, Nintendo can fuck it. What about Game Boy? I have Game Boy and GameCube. Suffered early on because no games, but thrived later. Yeah. It's like, it's no knock against some of the other ones that I didn't buy. Like the Super Nintendo's a great system, for instance. It is just purely the fact that I basically said, like, hey, no, I straight up just don't have the money for this. I'll wait out the scalper and buy it next year. Yeah. That's where I think at the end of the day, it's a price point. It's always going to be the price point. It always is. Like, everything always comes down to, for better or worse, greed. And greed will win despite what people think. People will sit there and claim, like, oh man, it's the corporations that are going to get greedy. They're not. They're going to win. Like they're just going to keep hosing us. And I'm like, nope. Chat, you're greedy as well. We're all greedy, but you're greedy with something that we can always count on, which is your own self-interest, your own wallet. Like, not everyone will be. Some people will go out and buy it. The mantra that I think people need to remember is like, is this worth? Is this actually like something that I want to partake in? And if the answer to that is no, then don't. Like, don't buy into the hype. Don't let everybody else make you think you got to get something. Yeah, I mean, like, the biggest thing so far announced for the Switch 2 that I would be like, ooh, man, I want that, is actually Metroid Prime 4. And Metroid Prime 4 is coming out on the Switch. So, what do I care? If I want it, I'll just get it on the Switch, and I won't give two shits. As opposed to buying a Switch 2 and getting it on that and paying a premium for all of that. A lot of people said, like, ooh, Duskbloods, but I'm like, honestly, I'm not interested in Night Rain, and Duskbloods is apparently more of the same. So I'm like, Duskbloods does not seem like something that's going to interest me at the current point in time. Oh, yeah, everybody knows. Like, Phil Spencer apparently said last year that, like, if they raised prices to $80, that would be a scam. And he said this literally just last year. And then it's like, oh, well, now we have to raise it to $80. I'm like, I watched a video. It was Legendary Drops again. He does a great job with this stuff. But, like, Legendary Drops just cooked, absolutely cooked Xbox on that price hike. And he was 100% right. Like, because it's true, right? Like, oh, nobody was buying your games at $70. Everybody's either just on Game Pass or they're not. But like I was saying, Trubs has a pretty good idea, and I think he's right. I think half the reason they're increasing the price of games to $80 is because either it's an idiot tax on the people that will pay it, or they're forcing everybody to go to Game Pass, which gets them their subscribers numbers to pump up to their investors. I think it's one of those two. That's in their mind. You will either be an $80 pay pig or you will be a ball and chain subscriber. Whereas the third option actually exists that nobody wants to tell them, which is I choose neither. But it's what it is. Yeah, the sad part is Steam's not going to be immune to it because Steam doesn't set prices. Developers do. So if a developer wants to offer something at $80, there you go, chat. It'll come to Steam soon enough. That being said, they will get cooked. They will absolutely get cooked in the Steam ratings. Because have you guys noticed that like every other shop hides like user reviews? Every other one does. Not Steam. They will get absolutely cooked on the Steam reviews, and it'll be great. And chat, in case you're wondering, in case you think that like it doesn't matter, right? Let me just make sure that there's nothing inappropriate on the Steam front page. There shouldn't be, but uh-oh, it's coming back to mixed. So chat, if you think that your reviews don't matter, I present you Overwatch 2. The most negatively reviewed game on Steam of all time. If you think it doesn't matter, guess what? It does. A game that has reviews like this does not appear on anyone's recommended feed. It will never show up unless you go look for it. That is actually the best part about this system, is the more negative a game is, the less likely it is to ever show up and be recommended to somebody else. So even mixed will cause people to be hesitant. Yeah, because like at the end of the day, I think Overwatch is doing stuff a lot better from everything that I've heard from people that I know that play it, but it still sounds like it is what it is, right? Like them doing stuff a whole lot better is like now the game is passable as opposed to it was completely scummy and like time wasty before. So it's like that's where it's like, oh, it's gotten to mixed. Not just Overwatch, but in general. Right. Yeah, and so the idea behind it though is that like if somebody launches an $80 game, that game better be the best game ever. It really better be. Like, let's say we get Grand Theft Auto, and Grand Theft Auto is $80. That game better be worth $80. Because if it's not, you are getting cooked. And if you get cooked, you're getting cooked to the point that you're not going to show up anymore for anyone else. And it's like, you'll get your initial day one payday. You ain't getting anything beyond that. Something can have a mixed review for dumb reasons. Negative is when something stinks. I agree with that. Let me do one more of this. Aren't they only doing this because of rivals? No. No. Oh, wait, sorry. I thought you meant the negative reviews. You mean like fixing the game? Yes. Yeah, 100%. The Overwatch devs would tell you that it was always in the works and that this has nothing to do with rivals. Chat, that's a fucking lie. And if you believe that, I've got a bridge to sell you. It's a bridge to nowhere. Like, I don't know any other plain way to say it other than that. Like, if you believe that the only reason that they got off their asses because they wanted to and not because a competitor came out and forced them to because it was taking all of their players. Yeah, no. It doesn't mean that like the devs didn't want to, but the devs were probably shackled by upper management and weren't allowed to until a competitor showed up. I have some oceanfront property in Arizona to sell as well. How high up is it? Because like you could from Arizona, like the southwestern tip, you could probably see like the Baja from there, right? Is it the Gulf of Baja? I don't remember what it's called. Like if we like were really, really high up. From my front porch, you can see the sea. Oh, I see. The Baja Blast Peninsula? Yes, it's actually where it comes from. Yeah, fun fact. They went to the Baja Peninsula and they tried to break it off from Mexico and float it out into the ocean, hoping that it would also break off like it would basically break off California as if it were like a cotton candy stick, but it didn't work. And so ever since then, they called it Baja Blast because they actually hit some natural springs that came out of the water. Or out of the ground, sorry. And it tasted and looked just like Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Mountain Dew just branded it. Let's salvage what we have left, more like it. Yeah, and to be fair, I think there's a lot of brand loyalty to Overwatch. I think people really do like that. Like, it's the same way, chat. All right, hear me out. It's the same way how if they came out with Team Fortress 3, like, everyone would go back and play it, and everyone would have, like, some insane loyalty to it. People love those team-based shooters. They always will. The quote-unquote hero shooter, right? Valve finally learned to count to 3. I mean, that's the biggest hurdle. It's expected to be underwater in the next 5 years. Listen. We hear this shit all the time. Florida ain't gonna be underwater anytime soon. Overwatch lost all my respect after the 2.0 update that didn't update shit. Yeah, I've said the same thing, like, to a degree. Rivals has done some stuff that I'm like, that's kind of stupid and dumb. I don't like that. But they're pretty quick to fix stuff almost immediately right after. However, they haven't done anything to the same degree that like Overwatch did. So I'm way more willing to give like Rivals a pass as opposed to like I give Overwatch no passes. They lost all their passes already. They can't win it back. Nothing they can do will bring it back. Okay, still got all of that. Is there anything else I need to do on the weeklies here? I think we'll get all that done. All right, chat. Now, I was told to like that I should probably react to the Ordeal call trailer. Does anyone have a link to the NA one? All right. I'm sorry, Jennifer Lopez, you've got to stop. Anyways, let's give it a watch because again, like I have not watched this basically with you guys yet. I obviously watched it when they premiered it, but again, like I said, people were saying, "Oh, I should probably like give my earnest reaction to it." So
いいでしょう。計算通りです。神の月で行われる聖杯戦争。願いは貪欲に逃れられない愛の熱。世界たるラバンがあまたの思いを指し示す。そこにいるのは何者か。フェイトグランドオーダー、コスモス・イン・ザ・ロストベルト、虚数羅信頼会、ペーパームーン。私がいるのですから当然です。
okay, so that's interesting because I have at least like some insight from when this came out like 2 years ago. So it's really interesting. Obviously, it's quality in the same way that like so many of these trailers obviously are, because I think it's like A1 Pictures that normally deals with most of them, and they've handled a lot of like big projects.
いいでしょう。
So you start out with Duryodhana. It looks like he's surfing on his like baton thing. I don't even know what it's called at this point. It's like a pole arm or something. He's like just flying through the air. You've got the narration going,
通りです。
almost acting like this is all part of the plan there. That is Gilderay Saber. Oh man, that's interesting for a couple of reasons. And it looks like he's fighting. This is actually interesting because like the way this is actually framed out, it reminds me a lot of the Camelot movie and how they had the battle amongst the rubble as well.
神の月で行
Looks like we've got another set of masters here. I believe I know the name of these people, but I'm not going to say it just for right now. but each one has their own set of command seals. This is going to be an interesting one because I'm going to like hypothesize, again, I've played through the stories on JP, but I obviously don't know the actual like story behind it. So I'm going to hypothesize that these are somehow like in our way. They're not going to be good and benevolent, other than probably like one or two, in the same way that the cryptors were. And it's probably going to very much be an adversarial relationship where they're meant to stop us. All right, then we get the faces here. Obviously, the big one that like everyone's immediately going to pick up on there is that's basically Lev. And everyone's been wondering, oh, wait, hold on. How is Lev here? What's going on with that? I thought we dealt with Lev. But the answer is no, we didn't. We actually didn't deal with Lev, and he's kind of been gone throughout all of Cosmos and the Lost Belt at this point. I do know people were like really liking the design of the second chick when it first came out. You seemingly have a Sakura face here, and then some other interesting ones kind of going on, including a seemingly Indian master. This particular thing was actually the quote-unquote highlight, and by highlight I mean like this was, out of everything out of the original Ordeal Call 1 trailer when it debuted on JP, this was the thing that upset everybody by far the most. Because yes, this is Ronnie, but this apparently is AI. And people were deeply upset because think back 2 years ago, this is right when like AI really started to like get like it had obviously been popular before this point, but it had been more of a thing where like people were just using it for like image generation and stuff like that. This was like, hey, during this time period now, you started to see some companies using it. They insisted that this was like hand animated, but I still see some interesting things where like it almost has to be AI. And if you go frame by frame, you can actually see it. There's almost no chance in hell it is hand animated, because you see inconsistencies like you see over here on the left side, where all of a sudden that little like piece of jewelry pops in, then it changes into a different shape, and like it's now just immediately like gone. So like you see that same sort of thing with AI, where it struggles to kind of keep the consistency across multiple images. That's something that's definitely working out a little bit more now as they're getting better with it, but it's still an easy thing. It's really funny because at this point, I've gotten so good at being able to spot AI in a lot of art pieces that it's almost become second nature to me. And looking back at this, yeah, this is 100% AI. And you can see it because it doesn't have the telltale signs of it actually being drawn by hand. In fact, it has some of the telltale markers of it instead being generated. And it's definitely something where, like, for instance, you can see if you just look at, like, say, the badge on the right side here, the inconsistency, it starts out as, like, an orange frame, and immediately it's now changed shape and is yellow. And it's changing shape again, and it's looking smudgy. So it's like, and now it's back to red, but it's off of her. Like the code is off of her. So it's just, it's too weird and inconsistent for it to not be AI. And so they caught a lot of flack with this particular segment. I thought it was actually kind of cool what they were trying to do here. Like, if you watch it in full, it's actually like Ronnie like leaning back and stuff, and it's her changing her outfits numerous times throughout it, as if it's like different iterations of Ronnie. But yeah, needless to say, that was a like major source of drama about this one. Interesting that we have Lev riding on the back of the horse here with seemingly Prince of Lanling, which is going to be even further interesting. And then there's no escape from the flames of love. And then we have Kama coming in here, but specifically this appears to be Archer Kama, as it is a both younger version and, again, using the bow here. Which is interesting because I believe Kama Mistake, aka on arcade, is this way. So that was another one where people were like, wait, are we gonna get this? You got Duryodhana basically just kind of doing the Roy Mustang, snapping his fingers, and explosion happening in the background. And then you got Bhima coming in here. He's definitely going to be an interesting character from what I know about him. And then again, another Sakura face right in here. And I'm sure the Sakura fans are definitely loving this because this is like their dream. It's just a cute like summer picnicky day or spring picnicky day with a Sakura face. And then there she is, the SSR from the Foot Tower event coming up after this. She'll be here, but she's not going to be obviously like rollable yet. You're going to have to wait for the event after Ordeal Call 1 in order to get her, but that is Medusa Saber. I really don't know who this is, and that's interesting to me because I feel like I should maybe have some idea, but I'm going to be curious to find out a little bit more about these characters here. And we can see basically we've got the Sakura face, we've got Medusa protecting her as is, and then honestly, that is Gilderay. Like you can see it right here in the very first frame. He's got the cross, he's got the big thing, but as it goes on, it becomes harder to distinguish him, and he's clearly like bursting out into some sort of like eldritch monstrosity. You get Lan Ling with his again, you know, blood coming down on his mask there. Lev with the finger gun, as is just at this point so like iconic in Fate. Not that it wasn't a thing before Fate, it definitely was, but it's hilarious to see how many characters in Fate use the finger gun. And then looks like the Indian master here screaming at the end. And then Duryodhana coming in to just like pull the full meme as he's just coming in swinging and punching. And then clearly I don't know what to call her, the Starface master here. And then Kama. And then Young Sion, which is, we already kind of saw this from the preview in the stream. It's like this is a younger version of Sion that we're encountering. So this should be really interesting to see where the story goes. But yeah, that's the trailer in substance. Like I said, there's a lot of interesting stuff there in that. I'll be curious as we read through it, everything that's going to happen, but I definitely want to experience it and see how it is. So let me know what you guys thought of the Ordeal Call trailer to begin with. Okay, there you go, chat. You would know, Cad? Sorry, what would I know? About Foot Saber Medusa? Like, chat, she's in the Ordeal Call 1 trailer. That means she's here. And then, yes, I said, like, when she's releasing. I don't really consider that to be spoilers. All of you should know that at this point. Do we know who the artist for the Masters is? I don't know. Not at the top of my head. If you're talking about these. Isn't one of them drawn by Wada Arco? Some of them Paco. Kama's always lovely to see. Got the big reveal, Cad. Saber Medusa is hot. Is that even a reveal? Like, do I have to actually say that? Because I don't feel like I do. I feel like that's just implied. Oh yeah, I'm not asking for spoilers. That guy looks like Shinji. Yeah, honestly. Like, there is definitely some Shinji vibe to him. Which, if that's the case, why would they do this? Why would they do this again? But alright, chat, let's begin. Let's begin Saberface only story. Right, I gotta go into Ordeal Call. I totally forgot. Alright, now chat, I do a Saberface only run. That means I can only use people that have the Arturia face trait. I technically make an exception for Arthur because it feels weird to not include him in this, but admittedly, I've only ever even used Arthur once back at LB2, so it's not been a big deal. That means I can't use anybody else. The only exception besides like Arthur that I mentioned is going to be if the story forces me to use a support that is not considered like a failure. I will try not to use that character, but I don't consider it a loss if I do. Yeah, 4-story support just is what it is. What C do I want on Castoria on this? Probably MLB Prisma. Okay, chat, we're going to go exclusively with game sound for this. Degraded performance and or malfunction in Paper Moon due to unknown factor. Data collection and situation recording and determined the cause of the phenomenon. How do we handle storm pods? I mean, you can do them in between story. Yeah, don't let them rot. Huh. It's simply a two-dimensional moon that projects anything and everything exactly as it is. So it's Sion that's responsible. Is it an ordeal call? It's gonna blow! We'll release a new Saber? No. Oh. I've seen this before. You got me again. You got me again, Todd Howard. I can't believe it. You son of a bitch. You put Skyrim in FGO. I can't believe it. He did it. Huh. Oh boy. Yeah, it's fully available. Uh-oh. So is this the Atlas Institute? Zero Compass Inner Domain Paper Moon. So we're inside the Paper Moon. Kind of. I love the music for this. Very Tron-like, yeah. It just goes to show Fate can do futuristic tech stuff too. So, I just want to say, this immediately lends to my theory that this is actually the Atlas Institute, because she's almost accepted this at face value. Yeah, it's two young girls fighting over an older man. Well, I guess in this case, I'm an older woman, but... Oh, they're both pouting. Underlying premise. Sounds like a klutz. Well, the fact this is 5 AP, I'm gonna bet that it's someone we have to fight. When you need a tune-up. Ah, yes, assassin comma. And here we go. Okay, so Saberface only run wouldn't be a Saberface only run without starting out with a 4-story support, right? I have no other Mystic Code to level for this. Just gonna slap in Arctic and call it a day. Oh wait, it doesn't matter. Or does it? Do I get the Mystic Code right away? Okay. Of course not. I should have looked at the skills and given myself a charge. Charge MC. I don't get to see this NP ever. Because I never leave her in this form. Yay, woo, Kama wins. AIs whose primary function is medical treatment, which again is one of the reasons that it actually makes sense that they used AI to generate her. So it is what it is. Like, this is one of those reasons why when people are getting upset about it, everyone is like, yeah, I understand. But like it actually fits Ronnie. Like straight up. Like there's no reason for them to get upset about this particular use. Chat, this is the future of Chat GPT. Paper Moon. All right, so this should tell us immediately if this is the Sion that we know or a different Sion. Yeah, I did hear that Fate Hollow Ataraxia is coming out. That's interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Hollow Ataraxia has been the one I've been trying to read for years now, but I always just stop short of like having to basically get it like working right. Because like Hollow Ataraxia is the one story like Fate Stay Night. I have not read the visual novel, but I've read so much that I know a lot of what happens in the visual novel. So it's why it's like not a huge like pressing need for me to actually like read through it. Meanwhile, Hollow Ataraxia, I only know like a TLDR of what happens. That's it. So it's like I basically really wanna actually read through Hollow Ataraxia. So I'll definitely be getting it when it comes out. I think ideally I would like to finish the Fate route before that point if I can, but we'll see. Okay, so this is Arceon? Or not. Your suspicion regarding my supposedly new appearance is likely one such discrepancy. See, so like, this is her kind of hinting that she's technically not RC on. Was that a Aprilia character? Yeah, totally. Huh. So, chat, this is really funny. This is a literary device here. Sounds like you're dodging the question to me. Interruption. So, Kama was logically going to press her, but the question gets completely negated by the third party interjecting. Nasu does this so often in his writing, I've noticed, and it's freaking hilarious because it tells you it's actually like a dead giveaway that there's more to this that she's not telling you. And what's funny is, like, he doesn't have to include this line, right? Like, he could just have her explanation be a thing and then Ronnie interrupt, but he includes a line to give that hint. Give that foreshadowing. Yeah, he's actually like on the nose with it. Oh, sweet. We're gaining a healer, chat. It seems I'm paying attention. It's what I do, right? Chat, picture us Naruto running. Oh boy. God, I still love this music. Okay, so finally I can do a Saberface run. Let's use this one. Now this is a little cheating. Here, chat, Saberface sees. How about that? Double X needs to go into the back line. And if I can fit it, let's throw in Lily. Come on, game. Saberface craft essences, huh? And normally I don't restrict myself to just Saberface craft essences, but I figure, why not? Let's do it. Should make it easier. Sorry, not easier, harder. Definite MLB of that? I could have sworn I did. I passed it on the right. Thank you. I'm not going to restrict myself on the support C, chat. That would take forever, okay? Still too much. I have a 4-star C? I'm just seeing what I have here right now, chat. Should save me some time later. Okay. I mean, this isn't gonna be hard. Like, this will only get difficult when we get to a boss fight. De Oceans de Alegres. There we go. Oh, I guess there was a saber enemy in there. Yeah, something's going on. Gonna be Dury? Master. Ooh. There we go. Oh, fuck. Bro just hit her with the anyone but you. Hello. Immersion broken. Chat, I can't. Like, you just had this man swing a sword and somebody was afraid of it. Like, I don't know what that means. This is a 122k phone, Jill Ray. Damn. Is that a Ronnie? The weak always die first. Ah. About the gloomy guy. Oh no, chat, what will I do? But anyways.
私の力が必要ならば全力で応答します。早炊きですよ。カルエン、妖精、サライのセールチューン。早炊き。
I don't know why I dodged. I did not mean to.
さあ、圧倒します。来やがったな、水曜の大波。
It's a sword it can bruise, true. What is a sword if not just a heavier stick? Surfmo in current year still going strong. Okay. I actually really like this because not only does he have like the blood here, right? It's also the caster form. So this is like Gilderay right before he becomes caster, I think. That's actually a lot. I'll go with that. Doesn't mean he gets an animation update because of this? No. No. It's unfortunate. They didn't have it in the budget, chat. Well, that was a fight. Oh boy, new materials. I can't get over this face. This is like the shitty smug like version of Mandricardo. Gasp of realization. Mild shock. Why do we get the feeling that Duryodhana is one of those, like, useless types where it's like he doesn't want to have to actually exert himself and do anything on his own? He just wants somebody else to do all the shit for him. A Jason type, yes. Aha! So is this the Shinji face? How useful. Did he say Karna? Yeah, do we not have magic? I get the feeling we're piggybacking the servants all on our own for once. String and goodwill. God, that's twice. Twice that we've done the oh, you're finally awake. I just lied about that. The strongest and handsomest. Ah, so he's full of himself too. No, see, he's clearly a berserker because he's delusional. That being said, he is able to talk. Like most berserkers in FGO. Best described as devastating. You guys not taking part in the System Grail War? Or are our seals manifesting? Constant garbage generation. She's gonna make us a mystic code. I think if it's a micron thick, we wouldn't be able to see it. Based off what, Phoenix? Yeah, I don't think that's actually stated. I'm inside you! This is not reality. I can do whatever I want. Yes. Hmm. Yeah, yes. Noblesse oblige. Something tells me you don't know the meaning of that word. Or rather, he knows the meaning, but he would just definitely not espouse it. It just fills it in right there. Dead to rights, caught in 4K. Got him. Yeah, it was Redrop that did it. Redrop did the design of the Star-Faced Master. That was just a nasty rumor. Dependable child of the sun. A lackey, I mean flunky, I mean dear friend. I know Arjuna. An AI Holy Grail War. So it's like the moon cell. Much more advanced. Oh no. Oh god. Or do you like IS's design? It's good. It's a walk in the park, not a picnic. Interesting. Oh, right. Look, chat. Lore stats. You may look like Saber Gilderais, but have a different appearance than the Sea Fiends Gilderais from Chaldea controls. Just because they're different doesn't mean it's not him. So he's caster assassin. Born from a giant lump of flesh. Sliced into 100 pieces, he is believed to be the ill-omened child and the incarnation of the demon Kali. It said he started the great Kurukshetra war, and that alongside Karna and Ashvatthama, he led the Kauravas. Killed with a club, okay. Berserker often belittles her. So they're laconic. Ubiquitous as vending machines. Okay. How would we know? Again? This Roniment. Is this the Mystic Code? Huh. It's not that complicated. It's just like extra info. You ever played CCC, right? Yeah. I do recognize that this stuff is a callback to it, though. And as royal as they come. Shaped in a circle, where each part of the circle belongs to another thing. Yep. Oh, it's a donut hole. Transfer, keep, grow, build, and defend. Chat. This means you're gonna see fighting. Specifically there. Hey, they presented you with a literary rule, therefore it's being broken later. Oh my god, dude. I don't need an example every time you state something like that. I believe you, okay? Yes, I get it. You're like saying it's parts of a body. I understand. This is just cells at work. As I say, are you attempting to attack us? That means Ronnie, ours are the platelets, must defend, yes. Oh my god, what is happening? Sion skills will be available in place of the master skills associated with your Mystic Code. Mystic Code experience gained through battles will be applied to the Mystic Code you have equipped. Tap the Sion skill icon to display the skills available. Tap an active icon to use a Sion skill. Use Sion skills to your advantage in battle. Don't worry, I will. Damn. Just already immediately useful. Oh my god, I have no switchable sub-members. In the Vacuum voice? No, we already know what Jilderay sounds like. He's a deep voice. Okay.
感動しますね。優しくしてあげます。ごめんなさい。
Man.
なるほど。
Close.
いいですよね。あ、行きます。優しくしてあげます。
Good shot.
何ですか？
I miss the Vaku voice. Does it keep you warm at night? Oh, I see you pulled chat. That's what you're doing. Part of the fossil record, I see. I like Durio's fit. I mean, Durio's definitely an interesting character. This whole ordeal call is interesting, even though it's kind of like underrated at this point. You don't hear people gush about it, but it's still good. Are you stupid or something? Just as I calculated. Chat, from now on, at the end of everything I do, whether I am successful or I fuck up, I'll be like, yeah, just as I calculated. Because if you never tell anyone beforehand that you calculated it, you can just claim that you were right. Another Da Vinci, huh? Yeah? Good news, everyone! Bro is just trying to sneak attack everyone. Modern Thrawn strats, though, you're not wrong. Sound like you mean it. Loving him to death? Why can't you just kill him? I like how Dury is clearly playing the room, because, like, he knows that Kama would freaking brutally murder him if everyone turned their back for a second. Why are you a girl? Everyone just knows he's up to no good. Oh no, it's the cops. They're searching for Fent. Isa. Type D. These are the white blood cells, chat. Okay, chat. So, all right, hold on. I have to say this because several of you in chat I thought were joking, but it does mean that several of you just out and blurted a technical spoiler because I did not know this was going to be a church. But several of you said it was a church ahead of time. I just assumed it was a Kire reference. But please watch out for that. My mods will shoot you if you do that. Exactly, Kev. This is my least favorite Ronnie so far. So Ronnie 12? Does that mean there have been 12 iterations? "12 updates? Yeah. So 12 iterations. Yeah, I was gonna say it's basically Ronnie 12.0. Sion tried. Is that so? We would kill it. Task manager, yeah. So we've been recreated here. Run add-ons or mods? Oh, good old defrag. Wonder if Zoomers even know what defrag is. A single command spell. You already have Caster, Assassin, Berserker. Big Monka. This is going to be a bunch of 0 AP, I suspect. Again, chat, if I catch you guys, feel free to just read along with me, which makes your run faster. How do we manage storm pods with ongoing stories? You do your storm pods. So this implies that 12 Grail Wars have happened, or 11 rather, and we're on the 12th. They would never. Damn. Roddy told Kama to shut her hole. Ain't no way there's just gonna be 6 teams. There's gotta be a 7th team that shows up. So we don't have to kill them. Yeah, I was gonna say, so Kama mocked us earlier for having friendships with, easy friendships with non-humans, and it's like, well, here you go. You can definitely tell he's designed by Paco. The expressions alone are what give it away. Pretty much. Good luck, everyone. Is that going to be Caster? No. Definitely the Sakura face and Medusa there. Hmm. An active, energetic girl. Firearms. The running man is basically a substitute for mana. See, that would mean there's only 5 Prime AIs. We're a 6th, but it's like there's got to be a 7th. Because otherwise, there's just no, like, actual breakdown. Like, you're missing one of the base classes. Since we already have Berserker. So Caster is Build, Keep is Lance. We know Defend is not something right now. Repair is Berserker. So what does that leave? Transfer? So it makes Transfer Saber? Because it's like... Wait, no, sorry. Repair, which is Berserker. There's 5 other partitions. Build is Caster. Keep is Lancer. There's Transfer and... Wait, shit. What was the other one? What's the one I'm missing, chat? Grow, thank you. Yeah, so either grow or either grow or keep is Medusa. Suddenly, combat. Are we finally gonna get to use Dury? Get? Yeah.
第2、第3フォーグ展開。アルトリア・アバロン出るぞ。
Build a server writer as well. Yeah, so... Wait, then that means... Keep was Lancer. Repair was Berserker. Build was Caster. And then that means we have Grow and Defend, which is nothing, and Transfer, right? So one of these two is Saber. We are Assassin. Means we're missing Archer. If you're telling me that we already know Varider as well. Yeah.
行くぞ。ドンスタミ。早立てです。カルウェナ。水素発動し下がってみよう。
Zodaveric, thank you for the follow.
空の花。
Welcome.
大地の向こう。そうは世界の果てに立つ。
Secret action roleplay, yeah. Oh my god, I actually didn't kill. What the heck? I should have pressed a button. Interesting. Brave chain, why not? Bro's beefy, he is.
我が槍は星の輪行。最果てな輝き。何者も阻むことはできない。
Okay. That's 100% the reason he did it. Okay. I like how it didn't actually face him. JP stream was tomorrow, wasn't it? Actually, I don't remember. I think it's like 2 days from now. The 21st. I mean, maybe like at this point, yeah, it's probably like a little bit more than 24 hours away. Like maybe like 30, if I had to guess. Hey, yo. I want defense prime AI. DX. Yes. I mean, you kind of seem like you are a dog sniffing around. Hey, Zar. Yeah, the DX design's nice. Section 4. I mean, I don't think what Ahado said was that bad. I'm more concerned that chat keeps blurting things out before it's actually revealed. Please stop, chat. Did you just purr? Unless you change it, Ash, pin messages only last for like 20 minutes. Hmm. Oh, damn. That's gonna make things awkward. Yep. Not even surprising. What if we give him the bad part of everything before we give him the good part of everything? What, did they attack while they were gone? Yep. There's a certain charm to Duryodhana's absolute shamelessness. Yeah, I can feel that. Damn. So it is a Shinji face. Yeah, I'm allowed to do this. I think some of them are new for Jildare. So let's see here. Another Saberface. I mean, I can go with that for the charge. Yep. That's Saber Ultra on the sea, in case chat's wondering. I don't remember, but I suspect this won't be just Jilderay. It is just Jilderay. God damn it.
それじゃあビッグウェーブに挑戦してみるか。
I thought it was gonna be Jilderay with the ads.
食べたアイスのクールダウン。ちょっと待っていればすぐに片付ける。要注意。運命をかけた戦いであればエンジンを回せ。処刑の時間だ。エンジンご注文です。その
It's not gonna do the damage I needed to. That's for sure.
公爵な。一点のミスもパーフェクトブレイク。モルガー。そこだ。
The heck? I have no idea what caused that. I wasn't even touching anything. You hit that hard? Yeah, let me double check, make sure all the connections are good. Seems like it. Well, this will be a full refund for her, probably. It's double arts crits. Damn, but I'm shy on the damage. Rough. There we go. 299%. Wow.
これは罰だ。当然の罰なのだ。死ぬがいい。おぞましき心根の者たちよ。
あれば。
What? Yeah, so not only did he instant charge, he also cleansed, but then hilariously, just like his caster form, couldn't deal enough damage to actually kill me. Can't make that shit up. There are too many of them to keep up, then you can't predict their every move. So it feels like he's almost 2 in 1. And it's like he's possessed. Or like just schizo. I don't know. They don't seem that strong. Oh, fuck. Ugh. I was not expecting this. Okay, so that's Ryder. That's kind of cringe. Don't tell me it's like, oh, it's the randomizer. Hat Doko, though. But I'm not afraid of you. I'm less afraid of you now. Okay, so transfer is Ryder. That means that Grow must be Saber. Figures. Yeah. Doesn't seem like it's random. Especially considering the name. Gao Chang Gong. We're still gonna fight him, chat. Okay, right now the transfer is my favorite. This one just looks cute. I can't help but be a little suspicious. Chat, what if Lev Liner wasn't evil, but instead it was his hat that was evil? Yeah, it's like Arthas, right? Also, it's Changong, not Chinggong? I don't know if there's a difference between what got posted and auto-modded or not, but... It is weird to see such an aggressive caster. Normally, casters are all about just staking out their territory. And kind of farming from afar. Gro has the saber and Keep's got the lancer. Here we go. And we're the assassin, so that leaves the archer. Have I seen the kitchen food version of the scene? No. It is interesting that only Caster really seems hostile at the moment. Them's fighting words. I heard you wanted to race. Huh. Okay. I like Lev's character far more than I thought I would. We need a Ronnie scooter, right? Man, those beds sure look comfortable. It's funny that Sion says that because you're like sitting there and you're like, wait, is that the Sion that we know? All right, chat. I'm going to end it here for tonight. We actually didn't get that far. There's a lot of reading here at the beginning. I assume that will calm down some, but either way, I'm enjoying it. It's absolutely fantastic so far. So I'm definitely liking that we're getting an actual Grail War too, which is not that common of an appearance, I'd say. Let me see who all is on tonight. Wow, I'm not seeing anyone. Okay, we'll just go ahead and end things here. So I will see you guys for the next one tomorrow. Thank you guys for being here. Again, have a good evening and good luck if you guys roll.